Gonna party like.
Thug life. Shortcuts on motorcycles are dope. What is going on, guys? Rusty R1 here. So I've gotten a few questions on what camera I use and why I decided to use it over the more popular GoPro. So I'll go ahead and get into that. So the camera I use is a Drift HD Ghost. It's a kind of old camera, it's not that new, and I like it a lot. So I actually started out motovlogging with my GoPro Hero 3 Plus Silver, and I ran an external mic adapter, obviously, and I had to drill a hole in the side of the case and do all that. And you know, the video was great, the video quality is amazing, but I had problems with the audio. For some reason the audio was being mono. So a lot of you guys would say it was only coming out of one speaker, and it was. So I had that problem with it, and I could never really figure out what was wrong with it. I'm not too savvy as far as editing and audio and stuff like that. So I'm not super great with that stuff, so I really didn't understand how to fix it or what's going on. I just know that the camera recorded it, so only one speaker was going. And I know a lot of people motovlog with GoPros, so that's not really an issue, and I wouldn't stay away from it for that reason. You can figure that out if you want to, but that's a problem I had with it. So the Drift, you don't need an external mic adapter. It has a mic adapter, so you can plug in your 3.5mm jack into there directly. So you don't have to worry about a mic adapter. You don't have to worry about drilling a hole through your case. It's still shockproof, still waterproof, even with it. So that's good. I was happy about that. Then another thing is that it also records in dual stereo, so it's not mono, and it goes through both speakers, so that's a good thing. But I would have to say the biggest reason why I switched from the GoPro to the Drift, and it is definitely pretty much why I did it, it's the only reason I could really justify, is because when I had the GoPro on, it's just this huge clunky, it's got 3 arms bending, and you got a headphone jack coming out the side. It's just a huge clunky thing on the side of your helmet, and it attracts attention, and it looks weird and ugly, and I don't like it. And to be honest, I didn't run it that much. I didn't wear the GoPro that much or record that much because it was so huge and clunky, and I didn't want to go into class with my a camera strapped to my helmet that it was just blatantly obvious. It felt weird, and I didn't like it, honestly. I didn't like the way it looked, nothing about it. So the end result would be I wouldn't record that much. I wouldn't be able to record my everyday commutes and all the things I want to record. Pretty much whenever I'm on the motorcycle, I couldn't do that anymore because I just didn't want to. So I decided to invest in a different camera. Now I still have my GoPro Hero 3, and it's a great camera. I still use it for other shots. But the Drift HD Ghost is by far a much sleeker, stealthier camera. It also has a screen on it, so you can preview your video without like hooking up to your phone or anything. It has a lot of the same features that GoPro does, Wi-Fi. Recording quality, honestly, I would say it's about the same as far as the image and picture goes, but the frames per second is a little down than the GoPro. It's not as nice as the GoPro. The GoPro is a little nicer as far as recording video quality wise, but the big trade-off with me there is price, number one, and I really can't afford a nicer camera to spend more than a couple $100s on a camera. Another thing I like about the Drift is that you don't need a bunch of arms. You don't need a bunch of weird things to get the camera angle right. You don't need to get you don't need it to fix the camera angle if it's sideways on your helmet. It's got an attachment on the front where you can physically move the lens and twist it so it's always perfectly vertical without having a bunch of arms and fixtures on it. It's all it takes is one clip and that's it. It just clips on really easy. Another big reason is the battery life on the Drift HD Ghost is amazing. I mean, I get like 3 hours of video out of it compared to my GoPro and all my other GoPros I've had before. My Hero 3 Silver Plus, we're getting like an hour and a half of video. I mean, it's significantly less. It definitely is. And I'm not, that's just a plus for me. But like I said, guys, like these are all like little things I'm kind of mentioning that are nice about the Hero 3. I mean, the Drift HD Ghost. But really, the main reason why I did this is because I wanted to record more often. I wanted to have this camera on my helmet 24/7, whenever I want, and it looks good. The Drift HD Ghost also has a few camera settings that you can adjust, like volume, audio sensitivity, and you can also adjust ISO exposure. So if you have, like, say, if you're motovlogging at night sometimes, you can up the ISO a little bit and it'll give you a little bit of better picture. It'll make it a little grainy, but you'll be able to see so much more. And you don't have those features on the GoPro. So these are a couple things I thought. I got my Drift HD Ghost for like $200, I believe, and that was a while ago. There's newer ones out there. I would definitely recommend the Drift HD Ghost as a motovlogging camera to anybody starting out. But like I said, I know a shitload of people that love GoPros, and that's the only camera they use for motovlogging. So that's that. Personally, never been a fan. I tried it, didn't like it. That's just my opinion. You can take your opinion and shove it up your roundabout. Yeah, I will roundabout your belt. Holy shit, gravel up the ass. Fuck that. On that note, Rusty R1 out. Make the ground shake.